What's up, guys? This is Wolfdesk coming back with another deck profile. This is Machinedramon. It's one of my favorite decks of all time in the whole Digimon card game. If house was on fire and I had to grab one Digimon deck, it would be my Machinedramon. I love this deck so much. I never get bored playing with it. It's such a fun deck, and I'm so happy that it got support in this set in BT15. Because it made this deck a lot more consistent. I am able to find my pieces a whole lot faster. So let's get right into it. We're starting off with the eggs. So we have our 4 Doraemon from BT7. Your turn, once per turn, when one of your effects places a Digi-Evolution card under this Digimon, draw a card. We'll be doing this quite a lot. This is probably one of the most used inheritables, that and the Doraemon. Just because you can mind link with the Marvin Jackson Tamer from the set and just gain the draw and the memory. We'll explain that more when we get down there. But yeah, we should run 4 eggs. You could run a 5th egg. If you run a 5th egg, I would definitely do the War Greymon starter deck Koromon, that whenever an attack is switched, you gain 1,000. If you really want to run a 5th egg. So for level 3s, we are running exactly 8 of them because we're still tied until Bandai makes us add an additional 5 to 10 cards for decks. We're only running 8 rookies, which is 4 Hogurumon and 4 of the Doraemon. Hogurumon from BT15 on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Machine or Cyborg trait and 1 black tamer, so you can get both your analog mans and your Marvins. This card is a godsend. People who are playing this deck without the Hogurumon are they're either playing the slam down level 5s and Digivolve on top of them using Supreme Connection. That's fine, because of course you're not going to use Hogurumon, but the Hogurumon in the traditional build, where you still Digivolve, still is probably one of the best cards in this deck. So good. You're able to grab potentially 2 cards, a Tamer and a machine card that you need, which is really needed for the fucking deck. The Doraemon, we don't use on play unless you're specifically trying to look out X Antibody cards like Chaos Ramon X Antibody. I've never needed to do that. I've always Digivolved this card for its inheritable. When one of your effects places a Digi-Evolution card under this Tamer, gain a memory. We'll be getting that quite a lot. But yep, that's all of our level 3s. For our level 4s, we are running 1 Guardramon as on its face blocker, on play or when Digivolving by trashing 1 card with Machine or Cyborg trait in your hand. One of your Digimon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects until the end of turn, so that's also pretty good. And of course, your turn when your opponent has no Digimon, this Digimon can't attack. And also, it's reboot as it's inheritable. We run the 1 Airdramon just as a way to cheat out Marvin Jackson for free. And of course, it Digivolves one of your opponent's Digimon as well. We run the 1 Weremon. If I had the money, I would probably add 2 of him. This card is extremely great, and it's inheritable when attacking by trashing 1 card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. This card is going to be the main staple in Machinedramon and every purple deck. Yeah, it's definitely worth the 40 bucks. Luckily, it had my friend Justin, who's also on the Egg Up Digidudes podcast that we do. He gave me one of these, and I thank him so much for it. He always jokes about how much money I owe him, which I do owe him a lot of money at this point. We run the 1 Numemon. The 1 Numemon is really good for the 1 cost Digivolution, and of course, if you can't draw into your level 3s and you have this in hand, you can just hard play this for 3 and then Digivolve on top. You only do this unless it's absolutely necessary. And then the surprise tech, we run 1 Ginryomon from BT15. It's blocked on its face. On play, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon If a Tamer card with Digipolice trait is in this Digimon's Digivolutions, they can't suspend at the end of turn. We pretty much do this for the surprise suspend, especially in mirror matches with Machinedramon. If you just suspend their big level 6, they can't really do anything unless they have analogs out. So sometimes this really helps in mirror matches, especially in blocker heavy ones. Machinedramon comes up quite a good bit. And its inheritable is when this Digimon becomes suspended, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with play cost less than or equal to this Digimon's play cost. It actually comes up quite a good bit. The only unfortunate thing about it is its traits is Beast Dragon, X Antibody, and Digipolice. So you really couldn't, besides the Dorumon on play, you couldn't really grab this. So it comes up every now and then, but what can you do? And then finally rounding out the level 4s, we're running 2 Hover SPs. Hover SP has been a staple in my Machinedramon deck ever since RB1 came out, because it is always going to be a blocker as long as there's a Tamer out on the field, and there's very little decks that don't run Tamers at all. I think Leviamon is the only one that doesn't run any Tamers or doesn't need to. But everybody else usually has Mind Link Tamers nowadays, so. And also, on play or when Digivolving, reveal the top card of your opponent's security stack. If that card is a Digimon card, gain 1 memory. If it's a non-Digimon card, draw a card. Place the remaining, place that card at the top or bottom. That, in itself, is such a great effect. So great, I absolutely love that effect. It's completely like the best effect you could ever have out of level 4. Honestly, if I were to change this at all, I would take out the Numemon, put 2 Raremon, take out the Ginryu, and take out the Ginryu and the Airdramon and just have this at 4. This card, whenever I see this card, I usually win games. Hover SP is just so great, and it's anti-Death X. So there's a bunch of Death X's running around at your locals. All turns for Hover SP. While there's a Tamer, this Digimon gains blocker and can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. This basically, Death X will see it and it just whiff its effect every time. So as long as you have this out here and you just don't block with it, your opponent has to respond to it or else their Death X will just whiff. So it really helps out quite a good bit. But yeah, that's our level 4s. So moving on to basically the main structure of any Machinedramon deck is how the level 5s are structured, because this is still a toolboxy deck through and through. So we do the 1-ofs, Metal Mamemon, Metal Tyrannomon, and Andromon. If you play Machinedramon before or seen any deck profiles in the past, you know what these do. This searches the top 3 cards and you grab a level 6 machine and trash the remaining. Its inheritable is really good nowadays, especially. The Digimon has machine traits, delete one of your opponent's Digimon, play cost 5 or less. Metal Tyrannomon when Digivolving, it searches the top 3, add a level 6, trash the remaining. Opponent's turn inheritable, it gains reboot as long as it's a machine. And Andromon when Digivolving, searching again, grabbing a level 6, but its inheritable as long as it's a machine or a cyborg. Or just a machine, never mind. It's a blocker. It gains the blocker inheritable. And we run the 1 Andromon from Star Deck 15. When Digivolving, the Digivolve. That comes up quite a bit, and its inheritable is also a reboot. You wouldn't believe how many times that this comes out of nowhere and people are like, oh, okay. Because they always expect that the Chaosdramon level 6 is going to be the only Digivolve option you have. Whenever this comes out, they're like, oh, okay. And they can't Blast Ace. So, then we got the Metal Greymon. This is specifically only for on-face blocker and inheritable blocker. It is just better than the that 1 level 5 that only has an inheritable blocker as a machine in the sideboard. I think it's Machinedramon or something like that. Anyways, as soon as the X4 came out, I immediately swapped them out and put this because this is just so much better. It's just an improved version. Then we won the 1-of Metal Greymon. You want this specifically for its inheritable. Your turn, this Digimon gets plus 3000 DP, basically running over any 15k body. It's really good. It really helps you get squeak by as well. and plus it's really good for swinging into things too. Then we played the 1 Metal Tyrannomon. When Digivolving or on play, for each green or black tamer you have in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then one of your opponent's suspended Digimon can't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. And its inheritable is when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. I have used this inheritable probably a lot recently, and it's so good. I might end up putting him to 2 and taking out something, but then we're moving on to another Star Deck 15 card, and it's the Metal Greymon. On its face is a blocker, which helps out sometimes, but its inheritable is Security Attack +1. This helps out a lot to be more aggressive. Then we're playing the BT8 Metal Greymon. It does Digivolve for 4, but when Digivolving, you Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, which is pretty good. And then it's inheritable. While this Digimon has Dragon King or Machine in its traits, it can also attack your opponent's unsuspended. It's like a Suedo raid, which is really needed in the deck. And then you have the Machinedramon. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers and play cost 3 or less. Pretty good card, and of course its inheritable is also doing the same. Really good. It's worth a 4. It's worth a 4 memory for Digivolving. And then lastly, we play 2 of the Machinedramon from BT15. This card is cracked. I honestly really am tempted to up this to 3 or 4. It's such a good card. I really enjoy this card so goddamn much. But on play or when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Among them, place 1 Machine Cyborg or SOC trait card as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, and add 1 such card to the hand. Trash the rest. When attacking, if SOC trait Tamer is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's play cost 3 or lower Digimon or Tamers. This goes well. You'll always have. I see Marvin Jackson and play him a lot more than I do the analogs, but this card is so good. You'll absolutely love it. But yeah, these are so good. I absolutely love this deck. You'll see why in here in a second. There are some rarity cards that I absolutely love. Alright. And then we got two Machinedramons from BT11. When Digivolving or on play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 Analog Man among them to your hand, and add 1 card with Cyborg or Machine in its traits to your hand, or place it under this Digimon. And it as its bottom Digivolve card, trash the rest. And its on deletion comes up quite a good bit. Basically, bottom deck an Analog Man you have in your field, and you can play out a Machinedramon, usually EX1 Machinedramon, so you can gain 5 memory off of it. Speaking of EX1 Machinedramon, we run the 2 Machinedramons from EX1. I love this card. This card's so good. It's unfortunate that here recently the gold cards have started increasing in price. I think the cheapest one was 140, and as soon as those get sold out, the next cards are like 200 or 300. So if you got these cards, you might want to sell them now. But EX1 Machinedramon, on play by placing 5 level 5 black or red, and or red cards with Cyborg or Machine in their traits, and different card numbers from your hand and or trash. And this Digimon's Digivolution cards gain 1 memory for each memory. So basically you can put 5 of your level 5s under it and gain 5 memory. And bundling that with the new option card Supreme Connection, you could play this for only 4 memory, 3 or 4 memory, and that's powerful. That is extremely powerful. But yeah, in all turns, the DP can be reduced, which in this meta definitely matters. And all turns, when this Digimon would be deleted by trashing 2 level 5s, you can save it. Then we play the 3 Chaosdramons. I tinkered around with playing 4 of these and dropping 1 Machinedramon or 1 Chaos X, because we also play 2 of the Chaos X. Can't wait for the AA. I really want to max out rarity this. But having at this 2, 2, 3, and 2, I see all my pieces compared to where I had the 4 Chaosdramons and I dropped either the Chaosdramon X or the Machinedramon Search. For whatever reason, this is like the perfect ratio, and I always see my pieces. I have no idea what's going on there. But Chaosdramon, You tuck 3 red or black level 5 cards under it, and for each one you tuck, you digivolve 1 on their board, which is pretty dope. And then it has a better protection effect by trashing 2 if it just prevents it from leaving the board. So you really want to go into Chaosdramon over your EX1 Machinedramon. You really want to do it as soon as possible, because the only thing, let's see here, because Chaos Degradation hits this because it prevents deletion, whereas this prevents leaving play. Oh well, let me rephrase that. This protects against bouncing and bottom decking. This one prevents just from straight up being deleted. So you basically want to go in this. The only thing that hurts this deck is Chaos Dig. Chaos Dig is the only thing that hurts this deck. Which, with Machinedramon coming out in 8x6, this deck is going to probably see very little play, which is unfortunate. But you never know. Maybe we can out-turbo the Machinedramon deck. Maybe, possibly. I don't believe it, but maybe. We'll see. And then we play 2 Chaosdramon X Antibody. Starter main, you tuck a level 5 under it. And then all turns, you gain all the effects of the Chaosdramons and Machinedramons and Sneezy Evolution cards, which is really needed. Ideally, you want to have the Chaosdramon and the Machinedramon, so that way, in case this does die via deletion, you can basically just play this out for free. And then all turns, when this Digimon would be deleted, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. It's pretty dope, pretty viable. And it's really fucking fun. Like, really fun. And so, we're going on Tamers. So, before, I have said previously that I would not drop Analog Man below 4 at all. But I actually changed my mind. We are running the 3 Marvin Jacksons and 3 Analog Mans. Why are we doing in 3 and 3? Because 4 and 2 didn't feel right. And it doesn't feel right to only have 1 of these and 4 of these, or 2 of these and 4 of these. It just never felt right. But 3 and 3, you see each of them equally, and it's really nice. And then we're going on to options. We do 3 Supreme Connections. I really wanted to have it run 4, but I can only run 3 because of room. So for 3 cost, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Among them, add 1 card with Machine Cyborg trait to the hand and trash 1 such card. Turn the rest to the top of the deck that places in the battle area. That has delay to where you can play when you play a level 5 or higher with Machine or Cyborg trait from your hand, you reduce the play cost by 3. Which that pairs well with the EX1 Machinedramon. And then, of course, Marvin Jackson's a Mind Link Tamer. Start a main, trash a card with Machine or Cyborg trait from your hand, gain a memory, and has Mind Link to where you can Mind Link it under and gives it jamming and blocker. And then Analog Man, start a main phase, trash a level 5. So with Cyborg in its hands, gain a memory and draw 1. And then opponent's turn, you can redirect into your level 6. And then finishing it off, we play 1 Ultimate Slicer for 5 memory by trashing 1 card with Machine Cyborg SOC trait card in your hand. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with the lowest play cost. This is really good against getting floodgates. And attack at Haven Mobile Machine, it does attack at Haven Mobile Machine still. The fact this is for 0 memory is still bewildering to me. You may trash 1 card with Cyborg Machine traits in its hand to have all your level 6 or level 6 machine in its traits gain rush and on play rush. Gain rush and on play if this Digimon has a Digivolution card, Blitz. So it's really good to trash a card, on play the EX1 Machinedramon bundled with this. So for 4 memory, you have all your level 5 cards tucked under, and you get a swing for game. It's really good, really fun, and you just love to see it. But yeah, guys, that is the deck profile. I love this deck so much, and play it while you can, because once we get the Machinedramon support, and of course the Machinedramon Paladin mode Blastace, this deck is really going to have a hard time competing with everything else. But until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. and you have a wonderful day. And hold on, let me just show off the money cards. Hope you have a wonderful day, and please be safe out there. Bye-bye.